Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at people share their scary stories. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. My uncle was in a bar one night and started talking to this random guy. He described him as a really nice guy. He met him a few other times in the same bar. They drank and talked about random stuff. Soon after, my uncle stopped seeing the guy at the bar. I don't know how long after, but my uncle got notified that he had jury duty. He showed up and found out what it was for. A serial killer, and the killer was his friend from the bar. My uncle was promptly dismissed from jury duty for obvious reasons. What the hell? A really nice guy turns out to be a serial killer. Not surprising, to be honest. I work midnight shift at a gas station, and I have for quite a while at various stations in different areas with varying levels of criminal activity. I have regulars, of course. I'm a small statured woman, as is my partner the other half of the week, and we've always been partners. So these regulars often worry about us and keep watch on creepy occurrences when they can. I had one man who worked in the metro an hour away who would stop in every morning for his cigarettes. He never smiled or seemed friendly, and as I often do, I tried to think of what I could do that might make him smile one day. It took many months, but I finally put it off by having his cigarettes ready on the counter and already scanned for him to pay for as he walked in. He smiled and then asked me, "Do you ever get scared on the night shift? You small girl is not safe." I said I sometimes did, but we could lock the doors and hide if we had to, and that the provincial police think state troopers, if you're American, had a station close by and came in often to get the highway vehicles watched. I had a good rapport with those police. He nodded and then told me a story about when he first moved to our country from Eastern Europe with his wife and child back in the late 80s, early 90s. He fell asleep at work one night at the gas station he worked midnights at. When he woke up, the phone had been ringing for hours and his manager was shaking him violently, asking if he was alright. He was fine. He said what was the problem. He was sorry he fell asleep. His manager screamed that it was fine he fell asleep, to look outside. All of the motor oil was missing and the outside of the place was a mess. The thieves had come and swiped all the oil and left him be because he slept through the entire thing, and then moved down the road to the next station for an encore. At that station, the clerk was awake and fought back, so the thieves stabbed him to death and left him to bleed. When he finished telling me this, he concluded, "If you feel sleepy, just lock the door and do it. It might save your life." I don't work at the station anymore, but I think about the guy all the time and wonder how his grandkids are. What the hell? That's scary. I mean, hey, falling asleep saves lives. True. I don't think I could ever do that, work a midnight shift at a gas station. That's too scary, man. I would be suspicious of everyone. Not gonna lie. I'd be like, One of my friend's family growing up had a beach house and I'd get invited every now and then. They had money and the house was massive, pretty cool place too. They even had a full-time maid who had her own flat at the back. One day they go there for a long weekend and when they opened the door, the place had been ransacked. It was all a mess, missing TVs, furniture, broken stuff, you get the picture. They went to check on the maid and her flat was empty, all her belongings were gone. They called the cops who came over and had a brief look, not interested from what they said, and left, saying the maid probably had something to do with it. And that's what everyone believed for a week. Until the dad returned the following weekend to try and change the locks and etc. and he brought the dogs along with him. Yep, you know it. One of the dogs started digging and found the maid buried in the backyard under a tap they had close to the pool. So the theory now is that whoever came in probably knew her and she recognized them and she had to go. What? That's so scary. No way. I mean, just rob the place. Why are you gonna kill someone? It's like, just take the stuff. It's not worth it. Killing someone over things. Oh my god, I feel so bad for her. Dude. What the hell were the cops even there for then? The maid is gone. She's probably in on it. No investigation, nothing. That's the conclusion they came to. So this is why you need dogs. Dogs will help you. In the 1990s, a nurse in New Jersey killed hundreds of hospital patients. Sometimes he would sneak into patients' rooms at night and inject them with fatal medication doses. Other times he would put the medication into IV bags in the supply room, so they would kill whatever random patient they were given to later. He was accused several times. Some patients pointed him out before they died. Some staff thought he was creepy and dangerous and refused to work with him. He kept getting fired from hospitals, but the hospital managers knew that if he got arrested, they would be sued by the families of the patients he murdered, so they just fired him and didn't call the police. That happened at 12 different hospitals over the course of 16 years. Investigators believe he killed as many as 400 people. After he was arrested, he confessed to 40 murders. In 29 of them, he gave enough details to be charged and pled guilty. The patients died in those hospitals and the hospitals are just hiding the fact. Like, if you fired him earlier, he wouldn't have been able to kill as many people. The fact that they just kept him. How was he still even allowed to, like, get hired when literally so many hospitals fired him? Like, huh? Like, there are some people just looking for a job and they can't even get a job, and this guy gets fired from all the freaking hospitals and he's hired again. That's crazy. Crazy how hospitals are supposed to save and protect you, but then even after they knew that fact, they didn't even want to call the police. Dude, everything is about the money. When I was 17, I was hanging out with two friends and they wanted to go smoke in the woods. I didn't feel like it, so I drove them and waited in the car. After a while, I was getting bored and decided to go meet them, but there were 4 paths going off in different directions, so I just took the biggest one. No way. If there's 4 paths, right, I will not be going in any. I get back to the car. You know, screw that. After walking for a few minutes in the pitch black forest before flashlights on phones, I come across this dip in the trail, and on the other side is a bench lightly visible due to the moonlight. On the bench is sitting a man and another one is standing in front of him, but I can only make out silhouettes. Being sure these are my friends, I yell out to them before walking over. If you ever walk the woods at night, it's just an uneasy feeling all around, so I was cautious to begin with. Well, it turns out just after yelling out to my friends, both silhouettes turn around towards me. Not a word, not a sound. The guy sitting down starts sprinting full speed towards me in complete silence. I got the absolute F out of there, sprinting also the other way and tripping over stuff because I couldn't see anything. I finally get out and lock myself in the car, but I was really worried for my friends. Maybe a minute later, I see them both coming out of a completely different path. They also confirm they never saw me or anyone else. My heart still sinks just thinking about that dude sprinting in silence. Oh my gosh, all I'm thinking about is like the Get Out movie, right? The guy's just like running towards him in silence too. Oh my gosh, that's scary. The fact that they didn't make any noise and they just both turned around, so it was basically just like this. That's the freaking scariest when people don't make sound. Because anything they do at that point is just unpredictable. I hate that. I feel like people are scary when they're unpredictable. The other night, my wife took our child out for several hours. In that time, I wrapped up work, then left to get dinner around 4:30 p.m. Got home around 6:30, played with our dog and did a few chores. Then when my wife got home about 7:30, we relaxed a bit and I headed for bed about 9 p.m, usually up early with our kid. Maybe 2 minutes after crawling into bed, I get a text from my wife with a picture of our dry erase menu board on our fridge. See, usually at the start of the week, my wife will fill out a rough menu for dinners that week. I remembered seeing it early in that day and it was filled out as expected. The picture she sent was of the menu all scrambled up, like the letters were moved everywhere, with random words and squiggles throughout. Some of it was her writing, but others were incomplete words, or rewritten words in handwriting that wasn't hers or mine. That's scary. This freaked us out, as our 1-year-old certainly didn't do it. The county sheriff showed up and swept the house and found nothing. Nothing was out of place or missing either. He was spooked by it a bit too. He said they never get a call out in the country where we are and recommended we change our locks. We hadn't, as the couple we bought our home from were elderly, so we did it that night. They probably came back. Yeah, they came back. Oh my gosh, that's scary. I feel like anything else wouldn't be as scary, but it's the fact that they played with it, you know? Like, they wrote random letters and squiggles. Like, why would you do that? Like, if they just wanted to come back to the house and get something, just do that. Why would you troll people, man? Seriously. Maybe they thought they were being funny, whoever it was. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoy. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!